Today I'm going to be showing you how to use the Pools tab in Appear Speech 5. In Appear Speech 5, the Edit Pool window has been replaced by the Pools tab. You can still assign messages and use filters just as you did in the 3.7 desktop. However, the location of several controls has changed, as well as how you navigate through your pool list. So let's log in. After logging into the Appear desktop, you'll see the New Pools tab, which is selected here. The list of jurors in the selected pool looks similar to 3.7, but several other behaviors have changed. So let's give you a brief tour. Let's start with the location and pool display at the top of the tab. You may recall the drop-down pool list in 3.7 was in the bottom left corner of the Edit Pool window, and it could get quite long. It is now located at the top of the screen, and you can now filter by location in addition to pool. To select a pool, you can select your court location from this list and then select a pool within the location here. The list of jurors in that pool display below. In order to select a single juror, you just single click. To select multiple jurors in continuous rows, you shift click. In order to select multiple jurors in non-continuous rows, you will control click. Notice as you're clicking that the number of jurors selected up here will change, and it will give you a total number of jurors as well. This is important to make sure that when you're assigning things in the message assignment bar and the message filter that you have the correct number of jurors selected. And of course you can deselect all and select all, which will select all 184 jurors. You can also select all the jurors on this page. So we have 25 rows displayed, which means that there are 25 jurors in front of us. We can change the number of rows to display, and we can adjust this splitter bar to view all of them. And if we select all the jurors on this page again, we're going to see that that changes to 40 because we've changed the rows to display to 40. The juror list is no longer displayed in one continuous scrollable screen as it was in 3.7. Jurors are now located and displayed in pages. So we can navigate through those pages by moving through these VCR-like controls. So you can move one forward by clicking on this arrow, one back by clicking on this arrow. You can move to the beginning by clicking here, and to the end by clicking here. You can also navigate through the pages by clicking and dragging the little slider bar to particular pages. This is going to be helpful if you have a very large number of pages to get through. The message assignment bar is located in the bottom of the juror list rather than in a pop-up window as in 3.7. You will first select your jurors that you want to assign. You can choose a pre-recorded or ad hoc message, and then using the drop-down you can select the message and set the appropriate appear time and date as well as call time and date parameters. You can set the date parameters by using this pop-up calendar, and you can view the full message text here to completely review the information before you assign. Then you press the assign button. Immediately you'll see that your selected jurors, their inbound reporting instruction has changed to the message that we selected. Appear Speech 5 has retained all the filters found in 3.7 and added one additional filter. The message filter can be turned on and off here below the message assignment bar and can be configured by clicking on the message filter button. Here you can select the messages that you would like filtered from your juror list. And when you turn it on, you will immediately notice that the number of your total jurors has changed and that filtered is labeled here in parentheses to indicate that your message filter is on. Furthermore, you can change the next date filter here. The next date filter allows the jury staff to display only jurors selected to appear on a specific date. We're going to go ahead and set our next date, turn off our message filter, and turn on our next date filter. And this list is the list of jurors who have a JMS next date of July 6, 2013, which is the date that I put in here. So if we turn this off and turn our message filter back on, we'll also be able to view jurors with phone numbers or jurors without phone numbers. It looks like this list, generally all of the jurors have phone numbers, so that's why we have a blank screen. One of the newest features of Appear Speech 5 is the message subfilter. I'm going to go ahead and configure this by setting the location and the poll. And we click on this double arrow to the left of the juror list, which is our collapsible panel, which is separated by our adjustable splitter bar again. Right now we're going to see that we only have one assigned message there, and that's because our message filter is still on. So we're going to turn that off, and we're going to see all of our assigned messages listed in this graphical tree. This represents all of the assigned inbound messages and subgroups these messages by time and date. So if we expand our scheduled, rescheduled, and canceled messages, we will see a date and time for those messages. This is especially useful if you need to access a particular group of jurors who are coming in at a specific time and date, and you need to reschedule them. So let's say this panel no longer needs to come in at 10 a.m., but they need to come in at noon. We're going to go ahead and change the information, and we're going to assign it to them. So once we expand this again, we'll see that our panel has been reassigned to the new noon scheduled date. You can turn this filter on and off by clicking on assigned messages. This way we can view just the pool that we have selected. And again, if we want to view a particular message, we click on it, or a subset via time and date of that message. We can collapse the panel by clicking on the double arrow again and hiding our message subfilter. If you are stumped at any point while using Appear Speech 5, you can utilize our online context-sensitive help by clicking on the little question marks located throughout the program. You'll immediately be taken to our online manual and the appropriate page of that online manual. So we clicked on the question mark in the message subfilter, and we are immediately taken to the message subfilter page. If we want to view the entire guide, you can click on Home here or Show, and you can view the entire Appear Speech 5 Users Guide. For more information, please visit www.voicemetrics.com.